How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We have a bit of news to get through as Ponyland seems to be going from bad to worse in their escapade on what is going on. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of rumors going around with the whole the Wukong situation. We've got the Discord implementation, which seems to be even worse than the Xbox implementation. And the Xbox implementation is actually pretty spot on, right? But Sony's implementation seems to be pretty light on features, as you would expect. They're still capping over certain things. But you know what? Let's get into it. Let's talk about all the news, all the stories. Let's start with the first one, of course, the mythical PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, I think this thing is now starting to become as, I don't know what you want to call it, a mythological beast as the Sony showcase, but whether the PS5 Pro or the showcase exists, you can't say one or the other actually is ever going to happen. It's just one of those things, but they still do cap on it, and they are still hoping that it does arrive so they can throw their money at a machine when no first-party games are coming to shit. And if you start saying Concord, I have no respect for you. But hey, we come over to this. And this one is actually a pretty interesting one. And this is from Sean Layden. Sean Layden says, former PlayStation head says we need to get this platform war thing out of the way and get down to one standard home console. So what Sean Layden here is saying is we should be in a world where there is no competition because competition benefits consumer rights, right? If you only have a monopoly dealing with one thing, like say Apple, they don't truly have a monopoly, but they are the most popular handset in the world. They can dictate what they want, and that is why the regulators are going after them, because they got too big for their own shoes. What Sean Layden here is saying, now that he's been with Tencent for so long, that he encourages monopolies which destroy the creative freedom. Because once you have a monopoly, you don't have to try, you don't have to do anything. You are the competition. You don't have to, do anything people want. If the consumer wants to fight back in a competitive market, even if Sony PlayStation is ahead right now in console sales, if Sony does something absolutely stupid, like say, we're going to charge £2,000 for our PlayStation 5 Pro that may or may not exist, or for the PlayStation 6, and the Xbox Series X2 comes out at $500, people are going to go and buy that $500 console. Sony is going to reconsider that price point and reduce it down. How do we know this? We saw this with the PS3, where the PS2's arrogance got to them. Their ego was full of it, and they decided that for the PS3, they're going to charge $600-700, and they realized that that really wasn't the best play here. And eventually, they lowered the price, but when the PS4 came out, they learned from that. That's what competition does. It also stops companies from escalating pricing to unheard of levels. It creates a consumer-friendly environment. Obviously, there's going to be price fixing here and there. We see it all the time. But it's at least moderately controlled. What their godfather is suggesting here is to do away with competition and actually have a monopoly in the gaming industry. How much of a Rakinishu can you be? And any idiot that is actually listening to this guy talking is also a fully bona fide Rakinishu. Because at the end of the day, consumer-friendly competition benefits us as an individual. These companies, I've said this time and time again, be it Apple, Microsoft, Sony, Tencent, they don't give two shits about you. They care about your wallet. And that is why they provide consumer-friendly options for you to spend. If you feel that that brings you value, you will buy their product. But what Sean is suggesting here is that you go and actually create the most consumer-friendly situation and let the companies dictate you and manipulate you in ways they want and not give a crap about anything. How can anyone stand by this and think that this is a good idea. It's like eliminating competition sounds like a great idea. Sarcasm. Like, that's a horrible idea. You know, that's the first good take by Warhammer Dave I've seen in almost a month. You know, this is crazy. Within 10 years there'll be no console, blah, blah, blah. It's just crazy, right? And the only people that are championing this are essentially just the ones that are, you know, PlayStation only players. You would not have a single Xbox player out there, I do not believe this, turning around and saying they want PlayStation truly gone from competition because they know what Microsoft is capable of doing. It's crazy. But then you've got this one over here, right? The Discord implementation on PS5 is effing fire! And obviously, it's pretty shit compared to what, Xbox has got. But welcome to 2022. It's honestly dog shit. There's no overlay to see who is talking, like there is on Xbox. You still cannot stream to Discord, like you can do on Xbox. So, streaming, nope. Watch together, nope. None of this stuff. It's bare bones implementation. And my dude is like, it's effing fire! Tell me he's not a bootlicker without telling me he's a bootlicker. Leave it in the comment below. Of course, then we get to the main story of the day, right? Because this one here is pretty awesome. I've been saying this for a long time, that if Sony doesn't start leveraging their IPs and making exclusive games for the PSVR, Call of the Mountain isn't it. I'm sorry, it is not. It was a climbing simulator that they decided to reskin and put into an, Horizon skin. I said it was going to fail because I can see that Sony is not investing in their hardware. They are not investing with software. If first party doesn't invest, no one will. And everyone called me crazy. Now you've got Meta getting pretty much every game that they're getting and exclusives, right? They're getting exclusives as well. I'm really sorry if you can hear that drilling. Not much I can do. They've been at it all day. But I have got all the windows and everything shut, so hopefully it's not too bad. But I've been saying this for a while, and it seems now that they are pulling PSVR2 funding. And once again, abandon the PSP, abandon the PS Vita, abandon the PSVR1, abandon the PSVR2. And this is a very expensive abandoning, right? This costs £530 at launch. This was more expensive than the console, and you are abandoning it. And like I said, the only reason the PS Portal is actually successful is because they don't have to do anything. They don't have to support it. It is just a remote player. And all of those people saying, oh, I've got so many games on my PSVR2, it's great. But they're giving you no reason to actually buy it because they're not providing you with any exclusive content. It's sad. And I called it, and I said this was going to happen. Now I want to see all those people that said that I was crazy, because the reality is Sony gave up on the PSVR2 probably a month after it launched. Now we come to Wukong. Now obviously Wukong has had a lot of drama going around there. We've heard Sarah Bond saying that it's a business deal that happened. It's she said it's business. So the fact is, the Series S really wasn't the issue there from what we understand from Sarah Bond. And now we've got, these situations here where we can't comment on deals made by our partners with other platform holders. Now, the first thing here is, if your partner is screwing you, like literally screwing you, they aren't partners and you shouldn't be doing any business with them at all. That's my first point. I get it, business is business and you don't see it like that. But if your partner is going out of their way to try and destroy you, how much of a partner are they? But that's a topic for a different discussion for a different day. It's clear here now that this was MoneyHatted as a timed exclusive for PlayStation, and that's okay. I won't be buying this. I won't be paying a single penny for this, even if it comes out, 1 day later. If it comes out on Game Pass, I'll consider trying it. But as my own personal dropped down money, if this is how the company is going to be, and they're not even going to come out and purposefully say that this is how it is, I'm not paying for it. I was actually looking forward to playing this. A lot of people said it was Souls-like. Some people said it was actually not a Souls-like game at all, and it was more like a hack and slash combat game. That really got me excited. But if companies like this, the ones that made Callisto Protocol, Quantum Error, are going to be doing shady shit like this, that's okay. They can keep it on their platform. But it's pretty clear now that this was money hatted by Sony. And at the same time, do you know what? I don't blame Sony. They've got a really poor lineup of games first party coming in 2024. And for a year where they're supposed to be having no games, they're pretty smashing it at the moment. Phil should be there money hatting these games himself. Phil should be there getting these games and putting them on Xbox first. That's what Phil should be doing. I don't really know what else to say. It's a really slimy move that they did. But if your competition is playing dirty, you play dirty. That's it. There's no two ways about this. But it sucks. But it seems that this is a pretty, it's a pretty slimy situation to be in. They came out, decided that they're going to blame the Series S like everyone else does. And this is the second company now that's coming out saying that we are blaming the Series S. I mean, just look at Quantum Error. No one wants it anyway, but they blame the Series S for not being able to load fast enough when it's got it doesn't make sense. If you've played Quantum Error, which I'm yet to play, even though my community wants me to play it, you'll know that that's a whole load of rubbish. And as you can see here, Microsoft on Black Myth Wukong delay on Series S. We can't comment on deals made by our partners. So there's been a deal. Right? There's been a deal with other platform holders, but we remain focused on making Xbox the best platform for gamers, and great games are at the center of that. Great! Make more third-party exclusives or timed exclusives. I don't care. Just make them Xbox first. If you want Xbox to be the best platform for gamers, you need those games first on Xbox. Not first on Switch, not first on Stadia, not first on Ouya, not first on, Neo Geo CD. You want them first on Xbox. We either want to see first on Xbox or only on Xbox. That's how you make the best platform for your gamers. No other way. But anyway, folks, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release. And I will see you in the next one. As always, stay safe.